Hey YouTube. Yeah, so see that Lemsip stuff? Pure rate it. I've had two of them today already. Yeah, so I'm sorry I wasn't doing the live stream last night, so I'm doing a video today instead. So I've got a Jaguar. Again, goes quite well with this yellow jumper. My Game of Thrones t-shirt. I drink and know things. Don't drink that much anymore, and I don't really know that much either, but there you go. Yeah, so this is IC24, basically brand spanking new. So the strings that were on it probably were original. It's a classic vibe, gold, super sparkly, which you don't really see. And matching headstock. Jaguar. So Jaguars are kind of weird ones. It's like you don't really get old ones because they weren't very popular at the time, and then Nirvana came out when Nirvana got them. They were cheap, and then they became cool, and then they started making them again. Yeah. So it's a very 70s. I actually feel like a wee bit like I'm in Roxy Music. Just kind of the kind of thing you would expect from them. Yeah, so jazz bass body, kinda. The Offset series, designed for when you're sitting down. The problem is when you're sitting down, you can't really hear. I'm too far away from the mic. I like playing standing up anyway. It's like you at a rock, you got to stand up, man. This one has had the scratch plate replaced with a tortoiseshell one. The original one would have been white, apparently. It got changed in the shop. So I've just done a wee setup on it and a change of the first strings. Actually, the strings that were on it, the ball ends were mad colours, like sort of pastel colours. I've no idea what kind of strings they were. So now get any balls on it. So we've got 24-inch scale. So it's not a Gibson's 24 3/4, and a Strat or a Jazzmaster is 25.5. So it's a little bit short scale, not super short scale. So not even, I don't know if I'd even say it was short scale, but shorter scale, which means basically if you're kind of using 9s and normally and you put 10s on this, it's kind of the same. You're not really going to notice any difference. I would maybe, if you were using 10s normally, I'd maybe put 11s on this, and that would keep the tensions the same. Although there is something funny going on with the tension because of this bit. You know, there's that much string in it, which somehow makes a difference. I know that this distance is fixed, and if it's tuned to E, it must be at a certain tension. But because there's this much string here, and however much string there is here, when you bend it, it bends more. So there's my technical view on how it works. That's why the strings are dead bendy in a Thunderbird bass. And why the strings seem more taut when you've got like a wrap over bridge rather than a tune-o-matic. Obviously this is going way in the other direction. You get this big extra bit. This has also got a Mustang bridge on it, which is a very common upgrade from the original Jaguars. It's basically the same bridge, but it's got wee notches for the strings so you don't pull them off. These guitars, the original ones, were designed to have like 12s or 14s. You didn't get like gauge strings back then. So this whole system was kind of designed for something else. Also the bridge, which is a bit confusing and awkward. The bridge is sitting on posts, but like on pins that are in like if you imagine like a golf hole. So you've got like a hole with a metal collet on it, and the pin sits in the middle. And when you move the bridge, the whole bridge moves on this pin inside the sleeve. So the pin's going in like that, and then when you bring it down, so actually when you move the bridge back and forwards, so the strings don't slide over the thingies, the whole bridge just rocks back and forward a little bit, which should keep it in tune better. Again, it's one of those things that it's just a different feel. I mean, I do kind of like it because it's different. It's not. The tendency is when you get, especially lower priced guitars. Although I don't think these are particularly low priced. All guitars tend to feel exactly the same, apart from that one's in the shape of a Telecaster, that one's in the shape of a Les Paul, whereas this one's got some awkwardness to it. Having the bridge in a funny place, and actually, it hangs pretty well on the strap, has to be said. And you do have different types of pickups. These are Jaguar pickups, which are not just for a Jaguar. So basically, kind of like strap pickups, but they've got a metal, like sort of saw blade thing round either side of it. Because Leo, whenever he made a new guitar, made new pickups for it. And it's got a rhythm circuit here, which is a volume and a tone. So if I put on the rhythm circuit, it's just the neck pickup. Now it's doing these switches don't do anything. In fact, does the volume do anything? No. So that's everything off. Apart from this switch, we turn it down, it's off. So we're in the rhythm circuit, and you've got like a rolly tone and a rolly volume. I'm not sure. I think it was the Jazz Master first. The idea with the Jazz Master was, hence for the jazz, it was for jazz players, and jazz players didn't like it. They just wanted a big wooden Gibson with a pickup in it. But so you're meant to be doing everything, and you got a tone there as well. There's quite a lot of wee vibrations going on. Kind of, these are kind of vibrating, and there's sort of, and it's kind of always there, maybe up here as well. Actually, it's kind of mad playing this guitar. Okay, this is a modern one, but assuming it was one of the original ones, actually playing when it was meant to be played. You're meant to use the rhythm circuit. I'm not sure if anyone ever would have. You can see how, like, a technical person who didn't really play the guitar would hear that and go, yeah, there's your Gibson-y sort of jazzy sounds, and you got your Bigsby type. Tone back up. Yep, so onto normal circuit, that'd be... Is that the rhythm circuit? Top circuit, you pull it up, volume, tone, just the neck pickup, straight out to the output, push it down, we've now got 3 switches and a volume, master volume and a master tone, which I turned down just to prove that this one's the upper circuit. It's not affected by it. So we've got an on switch for this pickup, an on switch for this pickup, and I think it's like a high pass filter sort of strangle switch. So neck pickup again, which does sound different. Hold on, put these up at full bung. So that's, although you're thinking, well, it's the same pickup, and this has got the volume and the tone at full, and the volume and the tone are at full on this. When I'm in the downward position, it's different values to the pots. So it sounds different. There might be some sort of filter on that. So there goes that theory about when you're sitting there going, well, if the volume and the tone are at full bung, it doesn't really matter what value the pots are and stuff because they're at full bung, so they're basically bypassed. Thus here proving that they're not. Makes a difference. Right, back onto the full guitar, rhythm circuit, lead circuit, I don't know which one it is. So amazing how when you've been playing about with a very, very bassy sound with the tone control on, suddenly anything that's bright sounds super bright. And then we've got the bridge pickup. I should have the reverb on, I'll put it on in a minute. And I think this takes away a bit of the high end. The low end. So we're on high pass filter, tone up full. This is the twangiest sound the guitar does. And then the bassiest. You could do I can't remember. I wonder if that's still the song that everybody would start playing. I think it's one of those ones that once you've been playing for 6 months and your pal starts playing the guitar, you can get them to play the rhythm guitar. Very twangy. It's such a weird type of guitar. It's like trying to trying to come at it from like a mechanical, technical point of view, because I don't really know any music that's played on it, really. I mean, the Beach Boys. Take away that bass. Take away the tone. Yeah, this is the switch that I stole from my... I've been putting in quite a lot of strats I've been modding, you know, in the middle tone control. So I've just made it a master tone. And then I've made the other one a high pass filter, which basically does this. So that's with the tone. There's all the bass that basically turns it off. And then obviously the tone control takes away all the treble. It's very clear and articulate sounding. This guitar's so new that you can see that this bit's shiny and these bits aren't. If obviously see when this has been, you peel off the plastic. When you get it new, there's still some residue left, so this needs polished up. I should have done it before I did the video. It's still the thing. I didn't peel the plastic off, but the guitar's only a year old. So peel it off, give it a wee polish. Weird having this feels to me like a Caller and like a Washburn Wonderbar, where it doesn't... The lever's not here on a Strat. The action you're moving is acting on this point. This is acting here, so it seems kind of like, it's almost like trying to turn on a light switch with a snooker cue with a stick rather than using your finger. You know, it's kind of like, whoops, a wee bit harder. That's both on as well. these sounds are the normal sounds from a guitar though. And this being a classic vibe one, so it's a sort of higher end one, I'd imagine this is probably quite close to what an original Jaguar would have sounded like. It's not, these are not just Strat pickups in a different shape. They will be made of a different wire or a different magnet and blah, 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 whatever. The actual basic concept's a wee bit different, so it is doing very different things. The sound I think I'm enjoying most just now through this current amp, my wee orange with TH30 into the clean channel with nothing but a reverb pedal and an effects loop. I'm enjoying this neck pickup thing, rhythm sound, even though I've got the tone up at full. It's got a really nice, I just go straight for plummy sound. It's kind of weird when you bend strings on it. I think it's to do with this extra length of string. It seems to, or maybe just the slightly shorter scale. It seems to you have to bend it further to get to the note you want to go to. So every bend you just have to do it like a wee, probably only 5% more to get to the bendy up note that you're aiming for. Also vitally important when you bend notes, you bend to the correct note, or even if you can cheat a wee bit by putting vibrato in it, but definitely try not to go huh. Okay, in this particular case everyone seems to be working. That one, don't go to that one. Off with the reverb, on with the distortion channel, on with the bridge pickup, on with the regular circuit, up with the tone. That seems like quite an awful lot of things I had to do there to change sound now. I'm trying to remember what that Weezer song goes like, because I'm kind of feeling a bit like Weezer with this guitar for some reason. I don't even know if Weezer play these, but somehow this with tons of distortion on it makes me think that it's the kind of thing. It's actually pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking the neck is nice and glossy the way I like. I just prefer a glossy neck. You get so it's maple. You've got a white binding on it. You've also got. I'm not so keen on the whatever the fingerboard's made. It's I looked it up. I looked it up and I was going to take my pal Ronnie's guitar. It's like is it Indian Laurel? Indian Laurel, I think the fingerboard is. Aesthetically not as nice. It's got the block inlays, which is really important to some people. I watched a YouTube video just finding out which model it was, and the guys like, oh, it's like he was just going on about the block inlays. He's always wanted one. And you're like, I don't know how highly up the list whatever inlays is in a guitar is on mine. It's like I'll point it out and go, that's quite cool, look at the Corker's inlays, or like the Washburn there with its brass inlays, that's pretty cool, yeah. It's not going to be a deciding factor in any guitar. It's not going to make me want a guitar because it's got cool inlays in it. Gives a fuck. So, I mean, it's too cool for me. I think Ronnie might actually be selling this, but to be honest, now I've fixed it. It had some frets were out. They were all right down at the bottom, but there was one round about here I had to reset, and some up here was all over the place. But now it's playing really well. It's a little bit like that Telecaster Thinline I've got. It's a bit cool. I don't know. I mean, the fact is, it's this amazing. It's got the matching headstock and it's this fantastic glitter gold. It's a nice guitar. I much prefer this to like a plain black one or even a white one. Probably, and the tobacco burst one. Just like having a bit of gold to it. It's got to me. It just says, I don't know, Roxy Music or something, even though I'm pretty sure he probably didn't use one, but it's the sort of thing, it's like kind of, you can see Brian Ferry with this or something. It's cool having all the switches and the 24-inch scale, maybe if you've got wee hands. Although I think it just comes down to it's that the body is much bigger. I noticed this when I'm playing a jazz bass. A jazz bass seems much bigger than a P bass does, whereas I think this seems the same size as a Strat, like from here to here. So it feels that size. It's just that there's a big gap there because in a Strat you've got the bridge terminates here, the strings terminate here, so the body's only here. So this whole extra bit here at the back, and when you play a jazz master, it seems almost like a baritone or something because it's even though the neck's just that wee bit. I'll stop rattling on. Yeah, but I mean, Squier Classic Vibe stuff's good. It's expensive. I mean, my point with these things is, if this is the one, if you really want this one, then you can still get it. A lot of these are most of my guitars kind of probably cost about the same as what this did. So my point would be that you could, although this one, perfect neck and all that. I don't know. You don't need to spend an awful lot of money. I think you're getting all the way there. I think if you're going to try a Jaguar, even the cheaper one, but if you're going to try a Jaguar and you think, oh, I'm going to do it, and you can gig this, definitely, and you don't really like, turns out you don't really like Jaguars, I don't think you'll like the American Fender one, if you know what I mean. It's like, you maybe don't like a Jaguar regardless. I don't really like a Les Paul. It doesn't really matter who it is that makes it, how expensive it is. It's kind of like heavy and kind of funny neck angle, that kind of thing. Rock on. I'll try and get a couple more videos out this week. I'm sorry I took last night off thing, but it did make a difference. You just kept getting wobbly and getting cold. It's like getting the shivers. It's like, couldn't be bothered doing that. Especially to give you dead air when I'm just standing there like that, when I'm messing about, moving stuff about, and then you're having to stop every now and again. Just like, I can't really do that when I'm on a live stream. Rock on. Catch y'all later.